Hi, today I want to do a lot of nose-in flying. I have to be honest, in the beginning, when I was starting to fly helicopters, I had a lot of troubles with nose-in flying. I don't know, it was unrational, it was not logical. All the time the helicopters faced me, I felt very uncomfortable. Flying towards me with the nose pointing in my direction was not a nice feeling. Not to talk about starting or landing with the nose pointing towards me. And now, meanwhile, 2.5 years after I have started, I train this very likely and extra. So I'm doing extra nose-in training. I'm sometimes, of course, fly away, tail in, but I'm trying to do many things, flying in my direction, coming in, nose towards me. Oh, I hear there's my colleague coming, the big helicopter. The rescue helicopter is coming in, I hear it from far away. So I'm doing all kind of nose-in flying, backwards, flying away, between obstacles, over obstacles, turning around during the flight. And I love this because I found it's a fantastic training. So if you really understand or get it into your muscle memory, these moves you need to make, the opposite moves, you are getting better and better. So I'm now doing a little loop, too slow, but it's a funny kind of backflip loop, and coming in, nose in, while my big brother in the sky is flying as well, landing. So, and the other way around, loop to this direction. Also very slow, but of course I cannot fly far away because you would not see anything. So I'm focusing now on this nose in, flying towards me through these obstacles, taking around here, over here where there are less obstacles, trying to make a little pirouette, not coming with the tail rotor into these obstacles. That was out of control, so it doesn't have to look like this. But this is a great training, and once again flying away between a line of obstacles and coming in the same way, nose in, while you maybe hear the helicopter in the background. Whoops! And that's the good thing, you always have to keep in mind, if you once lose the direction, just take the helicopter up. You don't have to cut the bushes, you have to just go higher. I show you here extra, so I do it on purpose. So I'm over the obstacles, I'm putting beside, going down, and if I'm closing in, just go up. So it's just so easy. You just have to remember that the helicopter always is to be saved in going up. So this is something that will spare you a lot of crashes if you have this awareness. You're coming in a kind of difficult situation, you don't know in which orientation you are, just go up. Always go up. You will come down, but then you can control it. Okay, I will try it with another bottle. With this little M1 mosquito, it's even more easy. So you can pick up this machine, nose in, and I can fly diagonal towards me and diagonal away from me in this path, and now the other side. It's so small that this path, in which the M4 is almost taking the whole width of this path, this little mosquito has enough space. But I see the batteries are having a problem already, so I don't have really power reserves, because it's -2 degrees today. I'm flying in gloves, so I have to keep it rather low, and I have to just fly maneuvers that don't need too much power, like for instance coming in here, going down, turning around, nose in, flying from one side of my things over the M4 and the M2, make an inspection from the air, flying away backwards, going up a little bit, turning around to come in nose in here. So the power in these temperatures below zero is a little bit limited. You hear it. The motor is falling, the RPMs are falling. I don't have very high head speeds, but in high head speeds the battery would work even worse. So once again, trying to fly away from me, sideways, not hitting the trees or plants, because with this tail rotor, with a motor drive, it would be catastrophic, and the other way around. I love such games. The other way coming back. I could do this for hours, or even 1.5 hours in -2 degrees. That shows you that I'm really not novel. But I mean, if you want to make progress, you should fly. I'm flying. I have so much fun. My heart is singing now when I'm doing this. Oops! Almost hanging with the tail rotor in this plant, but it worked well. So, giving one try with the M4. Nose in starts with the M4 are possible, but they take a whole lot of concentration, especially when the ground is getting a little bit slippery and is frozen. So you have to bring the machine up very clean. I hope it works this time, not very clean, but okay, could be worse. My fingers are already a little bit cold. As I told you, it's 2 degrees minus today, and I'm having already a number of flights on my Konto. So my hands are not getting warmer, my thumbs are not getting warmer, and the feeling is not getting more. So now I try to fly a circle, a half circle around myself, keeping the helicopter almost on the same distance and trying to follow with the nose in such a way that it's all the time pointed to myself. I was coming a little bit too close, but it's okay, because you have all the time to change correct the tail, so that the nose, now I was changing too fast. He's looking for a little bit, not really pointing close to me. It's all the time a little bit too fast, but you understand the principle. And now I want to show you something. I have something beautiful here on this field. I want to come in with the machine over this path through which I was flying with my smaller birds. Now I want to come over it, to come in, nose in, over it. Okay, a little bit hot, but okay. And I want to go down here where there are less plants, go up, fly a little around, and come here because I want to show you something. I have a single birch tree on the other side of this field. I hope you can see it. And I want to use this birch tree as a kind of vision line. So I want to fly backwards, nose in, away from me with my helicopter on this line. Of course, I'm now too far on one side. Now I'm more on it. I'm a little bit like a drunken sailor, but there is also a little bit wind today, and want to stop it. And now I want to show you what I'm also training. It's not nose in, but it's sideways. So I want to fly sideways towards this birch tree, and I want to come back sideways towards me. I have to be careful that I'm not coming in too hot, because I want to keep this game safe. So the wind is there and I feel it. So sometimes when the helicopter drops, very immediately it's either wind or it's the vortex ring state. So now I'm flying away from me. The other side, oh, this is worst. I try to come in closer to the birch tree, and now come in back, trying to keep the speed under control, to never come in too hot, so that you don't come in too hot. I don't like if helicopters are too close to me. I keep them away from me. I try to keep them away. Sometimes they are coming a little bit close, but then I'm very concentrated and focused. So once again, I try to come in here to this part of the field where are less of these plants. Now I'm a little bit close to myself, but it's all under control. I'm turning around and trying to fly through these plants. You see left and right, away, even there behind. Although the wind is playing a little bit, it's possible. And I personally love to do such things. And I love to bring the helicopter there where now is the birch tree, flying to one side sideways, coming back to myself, flying like a nose in square. Oh, too far away. It is taking a lot of concentration, and I'm doing this already for a while. I did not film every of my flights, so I want to try to come back to this birch tree, to the in between the eye line of me. Okay, and now to the other side. So I can do this kind of exercises. I'm looking for some obstacles to do them as precise. Trying now to come in on this birch tree. I was too hot. I was overshooting. So, but this is a great training if you try to fly from one side, for instance. Turn around, nose in the best way, come in and try to brake the helicopter. Ah, that was too early, you see? Now it was a little bit better, but these are things that I want to be able to do. The same like pirouettes, clockwise, not on one place really, and counterclockwise now, but first bringing it in front of the birch tree. Oh, this was a catastrophe. So this was really bad. But of course I'm having already an hour and something flights in -2 Celsius, so maybe my brain is even a little bit frozen. I think I will come in for a landing, but I hope you see what I mean. I'm bringing now the machine closer to the point where we were taking off. I will not land her nose in, because this terrain is much too uneven. So it is really difficult on such a terrain. There are kind of roots coming out of the earth. There are small little hills. Nothing is flat, and you can make an easy mistake bringing this bigger machine to a dynamic rollover. So I'm sparing this. I hope you like this approach for nose-in training. This is something I can only recommend you, because nose-in is very important. If you like it, if you don't like it, you have to do it. I didn't like it. I was very scared of it. But the more I do it, the more I get comfortable with this. So this was RC Copterlove. If you like our channel, give us a subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, give it a like. And see you again. Bye bye.